and welcome. My name is Sherry, and in today's video I have a figure that arrived from Solaris Japan. So this figure, when I had bought it, it was with the early bird discount on Solaris Japan, and I believe I paid around $168 for it, and then shipping I decided to increase. It was about a total of $50. And to my surprise, I had no extra fees when I went to pick it up. The only father-son figure that there is out there. There are honestly so very few figures of a parent and child for anime figures that this is something special. And if you know anything about GeGeGe no Kitaro, this is beautiful, but it's also heartbreaking at the same time. I do have to say I love the illustration that this is on, and I was tempted to get the acrylic that came with it as a bonus, but for the price difference it just really wasn't worth it for me, and couldn't beat out the early bird discount on Solaris Japan. So without further ado, let's take a look. So here is the non-scale figure by Kotobukiya of Kitaro and his father, and this is after the movie The Birth of Kitarou, The Mystery of GeGeGe, and it just released on January 22nd. The box is in good condition, and as I already mentioned, I love the illustrations, so I'm happy to see that on the box, along with other pictures of the figure, and it has the window to see the figure inside. It is nice to see that the box is nice and small, so it is of course going to save on shipping. As always, I use a butter knife to ensure that I'm not damaging the box more than I have to. The base is a good solid acrylic with these metal pegs, and I don't know exactly what they were going for with the color yellow, as it does look like a marble pattern, but I do like it nonetheless. At first glance, I am super impressed with them, especially their mouths, particularly on Kitaro's father and his little fangs. They are so nicely done. I can't see any paint flaws. Everything seems really solid. He has this extra metal piece under his geta for extra support. His obi has a stripe pattern that has been painted well, and overall the painting for this figure is really solid, and there is even shading throughout this figure, from Kitaro's hair to his father's hair and in his yukata, which is really nice considering Kotobukiya isn't very well known for doing a lot of shading in their figures. Even with the seam lines, I do think the sculpt of this is pretty good. And the assembly for this figure is very basic. He just goes into the base. It did take him a little bit to get him lined up, but it went in smoothly and he is nice and solid. He is listed as non-scale, but I am putting a couple 1/7 scales beside him. I think it'd be fair to say he'd be about a 1/7 to maybe even a 1/8. I am really impressed with the sculpt of his toes, behind his heels, even his hands for Kitaro and his father. By far, the best part about this figure is the emotional depth it has. The tears in Kitaro's father's eyes, the joy in which he feels to be able to hold his son for the first time, that his wish came true, is just so beautiful. This figure does have its minor flaws, but still well worth it in my opinion. Thanks for watching. Take care.